The Eieyani Massacre. Reference from historical timeline trigger events. Approximately 22,000 years ago. Eieyani Massacre. Essene breeding and emerald tablet. Females taken to Nibiru by Thoth Anunnaki for forced breeding. Thoth stole CDT plate, wrote down emerald tablet. Trigger timeline for Hermeticism, esoteric Kabbalah, mystery schools and secret societies formed to hide ancient knowledge from the common people. Forced breeding. During the Eieyani Massacre, the female High Council members and females that had higher DNA codes were taken to Nibiru by Thoth and Anunnaki for forced breeding. This was the time Thoth broke the Emerald Covenant agreement with the Guardians and stole one of the CD plates. He translated the CD plate and wrote the well-known, distorted Emerald Tablet. These female were blackmailed into believing that if they willingly go with them, their partners would be saved. When they arrived in Nibiru, they realized that they were tricked, and their male partners were already killed. When they learnt of this, they rebelled, and some killed themselves, and others were captured and forced to have children with Anunnaki so they could harness the Eieyani or Essene DNA. These females were chained and were continually forced into having children till they died. This made the females hate themselves as well as hate their own children and wanting to kill them. This was a huge trauma to divine feminine, and many females on Earth hold some part of this trauma. Hating themselves, feeling not good enough, or hating their own children were some of the problems, and the rest manifest in the forms of issues around the female reproductive systems. Solar Dragon Merida's return. We reached the time where Guardian Host made us aware of the glorious arrival of the 11D Atlantean Solar Dragon Queen Merida from the earliest pre-invasion history of the Golden Age of Atlantean timelines. It has been emphasized by Holy Father that the reclamation of her spiritual identity in the Albion is integral to the hierogamic sacred marriage and seating of King Arthur as the Second Coming, along with the complete restoration of the 11D Stargate network. For those that are connected to these hidden histories, or have embodied within the 11th Essene tribe genetics that are currently spiritually awakening, it may be recognized how profoundly difficult this task has actually been, as it's been thousands of years in the making. Atlantean Solar Dragon. Queen Merida's return marks the completion of the 22,000-year time cycle of negative alien agenda groups' targeted Celtic Druid Arthurian Grail line persecution since the time of Atlantis, as well as the tragic events leading up to the theft of the 11th tribe CDT plate by Thothian Nibiruian forces that subsequently carried out the Eieyani Massacre. Thothian betrayal of Essenes. Once again, those Essene tribes on the ground did not realize that both Thuban Star and the 11th Stargate had been invaded as the result of the 11th tribe CDT plate being stolen along with Thoth's betrayal of the Melchizedeks, until the Celtic massacres and hunting down the Melchizedeks became painfully evident. Their Christos avatar consciousness was embodying the organic crystal architecture of Emerald Dragon timekeepers in the cosmic clock of the eons that was covertly hidden throughout the 11D Albion Lightbody network within many holographic features, such as in Malta, to be discovered later and reclaimed for the current final conflict timeline of the Christos mission.